KXAN.com.
Now, developing news from KXAN News.
Good afternoon. We are beginning with some developing news. At noon, the southbound lanes of 183 at Martin Luther King Boulevard, everything is reopened actually at this point. Now, they were closed down earlier today because the contractor in charge of demolishing the old MLK overpass was worried that railings on the bridge were unstable. So APD shut down the highway just before 10 o'clock this morning so workers could inspect the railings. We want to show you a live look right now. Those were the crews out there that were inspecting it. So at one point they had both north and southbound lanes closed. Traffic was backed up for miles. Probably still some backups in the area. Our photographer out there reporting that, but now with all lanes back open, traffic should start to get back out to normal. Again, that's Highway 183 near MLK. Highway 20 in Bastrop County opened back up just before 11 o'clock this morning after a massive oil leak more than 24 hours ago. It happened when a contractor hit an underground pipeline southwest of Bastrop. We understand about 100 people are working to get the crude oil cleaned up. The company that owns the pipeline says the rupture was contained to a small area and the water is not impacted or any animals. Yesterday, about 15 residents had to be evacuated due to the spill, but were allowed back in later in the evening. We'll let you know how this whole thing happened, too. Well, pipeline problems are reported to regulators, and across Texas, we found there have been more than 3,000 reports just this year. 195 pipeline damage reports have been filed in Travis County since January. 59 in Williamson County, 25 in Hays, and now 5 in Bastrop County. The year is on track to be about the same as last year. And we did some looking into how much 50,000 gallons, or about 1,200 barrels of oil, is worth. Oil closed at about $46 a barrel yesterday, which works out to about $55,000. That, of course, doesn't include the costs to clean up the spill. Happening now, city, county, and community leaders are talking about how to stop teen pregnancy. The meeting comes after millions of dollars in federal funding for the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program were slashed. Austin-based Ginger Health will lose nearly $5 million over the next 4 years. That's grant funding that goes to Central Texas programs. The state will lose another $8.5 million.
We only found out a few days ago that some of our major projects under the Teen Pregnancy Prevention funding stream, which comes out of the Office of Adolescent Health, was completely cut without warning. We've never seen this happen before. Been given an official statement from the Office of Adolescent Health that the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program is not a priority of the administration moving forward.
In Travis County, teen pregnancy is higher than the teen pregnancy rate across the state. Memorial services are being held today and tomorrow to honor the Austin man killed in Greece over the weekend. Bakari Henderson was killed last week when several men attacked him outside a bar on a Greek island. There's a private service tonight. Funeral services for the Anderson High School graduate are scheduled tomorrow. 2 of the suspects accused in the deadly beating have been released on bail. One of the suspects was ordered to stay in jail until trial. A change is coming that may end up messing up with the way you keep up with your yard. The city of San Marcos will enter stage 1 drought restrictions starting Sunday. That means people can only use their sprinklers 1 day a week on their designated weekday. It's also determined by your address, as seen on your screen right there. But you can hand water any day of the week at any time. Stage 1 also limits at-home car washing to once a week. For more on the restrictions, we have it for you at KXAN.com. And Rosie is checking another hot day.
That's right, Kate, and it's not surprising to see some of those drought restrictions pop up across parts of the area. We'll talk about burn bans in specific areas and our new drought monitor update coming up later this hour. Wanted to show you something really positive here. It's a live look over Lake Travis, our Oasis restaurant weather cam at this time of the day. Beautiful out there, but it is already very warm, very humid as well. I know mostly cloudy conditions are being reported at Camp Mabry, but it still looks pretty bright out there. ABIA is showing partly cloudy skies at this time. Temperatures already above 90, and that should give you a pretty good heads up that after 6 days of 100+ degree temperatures in the area, today will likely be a 7th. Here's a look also right now at winds. Not incredibly breezy, so they're not really going to help you cool down. Make sure you take a lot of precautions if you are heading out, maybe to enjoy your Friday afternoon. Take plenty of breaks in the shade, plenty of cold water with you as well. And if you you can. 30 SPF broad spectrum sunscreen is what we always suggest. Here's a latest look area-wide at our current temperatures. Some spots still trying to make it to that 90-degree mark, but altogether we will be pretty hot and humid this afternoon. We'll talk about the heat and our weekend rain chances coming up in a bit. Kate?
Sounds good. Thank you, Rose. Governor Greg Abbott is expected to make his re-election campaign announcement later this afternoon. He told his supporters last night on Facebook that he plans to lay out a vision for the state in San Antonio. He calls it the next step in his campaign. It was 4 years ago today that Abbott launched his first gubernatorial bid. We talked to Matt Mackowiak, the Travis County Republican chairman. He tells KXAN that the governor is ready for another run.
They're preparing for a serious challenge. Even if they don't have one, they're going to try to win by a large enough margin that they help Republicans up and down ballot.
The governor's war chest is worth $34 million. Mackowiak says that any talk about a primary battle between Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and Abbott is just talk. So far, no Democrat has announced plans to run for governor. KXAN will have a crew in San Antonio for this afternoon's announcement, and we are going to be streaming it live on KXAN.com. A man convicted of murder found out this morning he is going to spend 20 years in prison. A judge sentenced Alan Townsend this morning. He was found guilty last month of killing LaQuince Tomlin in 2014. Police say Townsend and another man, Terry Lynn Stowers Jr., broke into an apartment and killed Tomlin. Stowers faces a capital murder charge. 2 Austin psychologists and a Cedar Park correctional consultant are now facing indictments for Medicaid fraud charges. Police arrested 72-year-old Dr. William Dubin and his son, David Dubin. The two own and operate Psychological Arts. They have 2 offices in Austin, one on North Lamar and one on Spicewood Springs Road. They're accused of conspiring with Glenn McKenzie. Now, McKenzie is the president of the board at the Children's Shelter in Lomita. The Justice Department says McKenzie used his position to refer children to the offices for psychological testing. The Dubins are accused of letting students and interns provide psychological assessments without any supervision, then billing Medicaid and the Texas Vocational Rehabilitation Services program, claiming they did the work themselves. The agency says the Dubins also gave McKenzie 10% for his referrals. Investigators say this happened between January of 2011 and June of 2015. In that time, the psychologist fraudulently billed about $300,000 in the Medicaid programs. As we reported yesterday at noon, educators across Texas had their names and social security numbers posted online for anybody to see. Now, the source of the information is a nonprofit group that provides services to school districts. KXAN's Chris Davis dug into how it happened and who is affected.
Somebody's mistake could potentially cost me a lot of money.
It put a kink in Jane Cerna's summer vacation.
A couple weeks ago in the mail, I got a letter from the Texas Association of School Boards.
The group, also known as TASB, wrote her personal information was made public online.
They said it was my full name and my social security number.
She's not alone. TASB says a web application inadvertently revealed the info. It affected districts statewide that use TASB to run an unemployment compensation program.
So this does truly make you nervous. It does. Trying to put it in perspective, but it's a bad thing.
Just how bad? We don't know. TASB didn't answer our questions about how many people's information was made public. We talked to these 3 districts. AISD doesn't believe their employees were affected. Round Rock says a number of current and former employees were, and Leander says the 18 affected there were all former employees.
I know it's nothing intentional, but it does still make you unhappy and nervous.
Cerna currently teaches in Leander and at Austin Community College. It appears some ACC employees got hit too.
The good thing is I don't get paid much, so there's not much to steal. However, what I do have, I'd like to keep.
Chris Davis, KXAN News.
TASB also did not clarify the timing of the breach. Some districts were told about it weeks ago. Others are just now getting their letters. The group says they took down the website as soon as they became aware of the problem, and they're giving a year of free credit monitoring to anyone affected. Parents, if you want to get more bang for your buck when it comes to picking the right college, Princeton may be the best option. Time.com just put out a list ranking Princeton #1. It beat out more than 700 colleges across the U.S. The top Texas school on the list is Rice University at number 12. UT came in at 31 with A&M at 34. The study looked at the quality of education and the affordability with and without financial aid, and also what students make on average once they graduate. Grocery shoppers in one Houston suburb had to dodge attacks from above. Check this out. The bird attacks were captured on video by a woman sitting in her car. At least 5 birds dive bombed several shoppers. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Yikes. Well, next at noon, a growing plastic surgery trend that's not based on vanity. Also, why NASA is using some old lessons as it trains its newest astronauts.
This was a KXAN investigation that discovered a substance that could cause cancer at the airport you and I travel in and out of. We found more than 100 workers were exposed, and the city kept it quiet for months.
The people who run the airport put them in hazardous areas and told them that they were safe.
KXAN helped voices be heard, made the city admit the truth, and prompted leaders to keep workers out of harm's way. KXAN is in-depth investigative.
The La-Z-Boy Furniture Gallery's factory authorized clearance. Save up to 50%.